Welcome along everyone to the 8th episode of FIFA Main Event, where today Team TG Levi takes on FNATIC Tekkz, brought to you by PlayStation Tournaments. Welcome back to Ryan Pessoa. Ryan, it's good to have you on FIFA Main Event once again. What a matchup we've got here. Levi taking on Tekkz, these two going head to head.
Yep, lovely to be alongside you again, Kyle, as always. And of course, we've got two of the best players throughout the years of the FIFA Global Series. And we started off with a crazy finesse shot there from Levi. Wow, what a start to the game.
What a start indeed. Look at their faces. What a finesse shot that was. Out of the blue, 3 minutes in. I mean, Ryan, that just goes to show that when you're attacking on FIFA 22, especially at this moment in the game, anything can happen.
It's true. As I said, the finesse shots have been a part of the meta, should we say, of trying to find those angles to get them off there. And Levi, of course, masters it to perfection there to get it in. Of course, I'd expect the keeper to save it. But again, as you mentioned, we started the game off as hopefully as we mean to go on.
Now, if you're new to FIFA Main Event, well, in the second half, we will be opening the microphones so we can hear both of those players. Ryan, I can't wait to hear Tekkz's reaction to that opening goal and what his thoughts were on it.
Yeah, it's definitely caught him off guard, as you can tell from the brief reaction we saw in the player cam footage. You see the tackle there coming in from Ruud Gullit. It's key to mention as well, we do have some Team of the Year players, as we see Team of the Year Mbappe on the ball. A lot more Team of the Year cards added into squads, and of course, viable options going forward, as we see Van der Sar pulling off a great save there from the prime version of Ruud Gullit.
We do indeed. It is Levi who's on the attack, hoping to double his lead here. 12 minutes nearly gone in a game. Tekkz manages to win that ball back, though. Tekkz needs to hopefully push on that attack, Ryan, doesn't it? Because it's very easy, even though it's only 12 minutes gone, when you are losing so early on in the game, for that momentum to go against you.
Yeah, of course. And it's key to mention here that both of these players, in my opinion anyway, have been the best attackers and arguably two of the best players in the world across the last years of the FIFA Global Series. As you can see, the pass across there didn't reach Ronaldo. But then the offside trap could give Tekkz a chance here to perhaps get a goal back in, but it's a fantastic tackle there. And it goes out for a corner.
Now, it's interesting one thing you just said there, Ryan. These two going head-to-head, arguably two of the best attacking players in the world. How does that change your style of play when you know you're coming up against someone who is equal or even maybe better than you in attacking?
I think for both of these players, they've competed at the highest level. They've won trophies, a huge amount of trophies between both of them. So they know that they trust their play style when going forward. When defending, as we see the McGeady cancel with Mbappe, wasn't enough to get through the defense of Levi. But as I said, both of these players, they score a lot of goals. They're very entertaining to watch. They've been really successful across the last couple of years. And I don't think this year will be any different.
It is Tekkz who's on the attack, wins it back there with Messi. Team of the Year, Mbappe picks it up. De Bruyne back to Mbappe. Oh, so close. He's looking to find that equaliser right there. But Levi does manage to pick it up with Gullit on the ball. Passes it forward. Great defending there by Tekkz. Puts it back to Van der Sar. Carlos Alberto in defence. Plays it to that Team of the Year, Messi. Now, Ryan, this is the first show that we've done together since the Team of the Year campaign began. There's some unbelievable foot items in there, isn't there?
Yep, so many top additions. I say, for me, the players that sort of get overlooked, the likes of Kante, Jorginho, of course, he's been upgraded. He has a fantastic Team of the Year card. Kevin De Bruyne, who's also used from Levi and Tekkz in this game. You can see with the 5-star weak foot, he's able to pass it on either foot. He's able to shoot a lot more responsive with his dribbling, can contribute defensively and going forward. So again, it adds to the element of squad building because you're able to use these top cards. As we can see a goal here, and we do the extra pass across from the double tap with Levi into R9. You'd expect maybe a potential block there from one of Tekkz's defenders could have happened, but it's Levi to take this 2-goal lead.
He does indeed. A smile on the face of Tekkz. 2-0 down, 30 in-game minutes gone. He's going to have to do something special to get his way back into the game. Now, one interesting thing, Ryan, we see Ronaldinho there for Tekkz. When speaking to him before, he mentioned that, you know, Ronaldinho, it's because he wants to have a little bit of fun. When you've got a foot item like Ronaldinho, it certainly allows you to do that.
Absolutely. It's very rare that you'd use Ronaldinho, but as you said, it's all for the element of fun, and he's got the 5-star skills. If not one of the most players with the most flair in real life when he was playing as well, and on the game, it transitions really, really well. As we see a back pass, Ronaldo, in fact, ball roll round the goalkeeper, and that's Tekkz to bring it back 2-1.
Look at him, he's trying so hard not to smile. FNATIC Tekkz makes it 2-1. We talked about him wanting to add an element of fun, but let's not forget, Ryan, this is a competition. They're going head-to-head. Tekkz has been there on the world stage. Levi has been there on the world stage. Neither of these players is going to want to let the other one win.
Exactly, as we saw just there, Levi tried to line up a similar finesse shot angle, which he scored earlier on in the game to give him the 1-goal lead, but it was blocked there, green timed. And of course, the meta has changed. As I've said, this is the first main event we've casted since the patch, and the patch has changed a lot of aspects in terms of how the game is played out. You're going to see a lot more through balls over the top, and the extra pass in the box, just to try and get that perfect angle and perfect opportunity to score.
4 in-game minutes to go until half-time. Then we will open up those microphones. We'll get to hear from both of the players going head-to-head. It is Levi, who is from Team Hullet, beating FNATIC Tekkz 2-1 currently. Can Tekkz find an equaliser before we go into half-time? He plays it back across to Marquinhos, then to Carlos Alberto. That Team of the Year, Messi, right there, picks up the ball. Back and forth, but it is Levi who manages to pick it up, and then we go in at half-time. It is 2-1. Let's have a look at some of those stats right now. Ryan, pick out some of those for us.
Of course, we always say the most important stats are the goals, but there's been a fair share of possession between both of these players, the types of attacks they've tried to build up, especially with the passing, the expected goals as well for Levi, just narrowly edges over Tekkz. But as we can see with the passes, both have completed a lot of passes together, but the main thing is you're going to see a lot more lofted and through balls, especially as you can see from Tekkz, 16 through passes against Levi's 9. And that's what I said with the patch, even prior to the patch, a lot of passes and a lot of ways to build up attacks will be through passes over the top and the lofted balls behind the defensive line.
Right, it is the time for the second half. Let's open up those microphones. We can hear from both FNATIC Tekkz and Team Hullet's Levi. Levi, I've got to start with you. What a way to start that game after 3 minutes.
A crazy finesse shot, isn't it? It wasn't even green time that went in.
And Tekkz, what was your reaction to that opener? The concentration, the concentration.
Maybe just to come a bit more prepared, you know. But I loaded up to see the finesse. Jeez.
Well, it is that second half. It is still 2-1 to Team Hullet's Levi. 40 in-game minutes remain. FNATIC Tekkz is searching for that equaliser. Can he find it? Oh, he picks up the ball still. He's trying to find that inch of space, puts it back.
What a goal that is.
Wins it once again.
Oh. Fantastic, isn't it?
Tekkz, talk us through that one. 2-2, you've made it. How are you feeling right now? I mean, surely this is it. Are you going to pull on and get the win?
No, that's unpredictable. I played a 1-2 with his defender. He wasn't expecting it, and I just managed to put it away.
A double 1-2, I think, but sensational.
Levi, I mean, sensational, as you said right there. For you, you had a great start going into this second half. Now, what are you going to do? Tell us, how are you going to change things?
It's 2-2 again, and as you can see, we both subbed on Ibra, so I think you know what to expect now.
I think we know what to expect indeed. I mean, Ryan, when you're bringing on players like that, second half, 2-2, it's close between you. What changes could a foot item like Ibrahimovic provide?
I think just the stature he has in game, 6'5". He's got an unbelievable card, which was released maybe around a month, maybe slightly above that now. He can... Again, a lot of players now, we look towards him at the back post for those headers. Again, there's not going to be many fullbacks that can challenge someone in the air that's that high, or that tall, sorry, with that high jumping stats. And again, it's going to be very, very difficult to mark. And I think it's going to become a common theme amongst the pro community and a lot of the competitive games. We're going to see a lot of headers being introduced, similar to FIFA 19, where a lot of headers at the back post was very, very effective. As we see one swinging here from Mbappe, but Tekkz was unable to get it on target. I have a question for both of you. I'll aim it towards Levi first. Of course, we're playing 1v1 now, but the introduction of 2v2 this year, how have you found that so far?
I think it's maybe even more fun than 1v1. Like, so many aspects that are more difficult, I think. And I think practice is even more important in 2v2 than in 1v1.
Yeah, no, I agree. And yeah, the same for you, Tekkz, as well, after you defend this.
I won't defend it. I feel like he's going to score. No, I like 2v2 to be fair. Obviously, like, I haven't played in a 2v2 tournament yet, so I don't know how that feels. Obviously, I didn't like past FIFAs, but this FIFA I haven't. But nah, it's fun, man. I preferred 1v1 before the patch, but since the patch, because it's a bit like more slower, I prefer 2v2 now.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I think it'll be a great addition to the rest of this season right now. It is 2-2 in the 8th episode of FIFA main event. Team Hullets Levi taking on FNATIC Tekkz. Ryan, when you're looking at this, 25 in-game minutes to go. These are two of the best players going head-to-head. I know they can both hear us right now, but I mean, this is what we all want to see, the best of the best going head-to-head, and hopefully we'll get to see that in person this season.
Yeah, we're hoping so. Of course, it's been very, very difficult with the pandemic changing a lot of things, but I think just having the addition of things like this, the FIFA main event, and being able to compete against, well, these two players, being able to watch them compete against each other and have other tournaments where they could potentially match up against each other is, of course, a fantastic element to the season.
It is indeed. It comes to Ibrahimovic for Team Hullets Levi. He's trying to find a winner with 20 in-game minutes to go. Passing the ball across. He puts it across into the box. He's looking for that inch of space. Manages to find... Oh, you can hear that reaction right there. He manages to win it back, though. Can Levi do it? Can he upset FNATIC Tekkz? Oh, Levi, talk us through it. Come on, how are you going to find this winning goal?
I don't know, man. We are both defending very good, especially in the 1v1 situations, I think. So it's not going to be easy to get another goal, but I'm going to try to search for a cross and hopefully Ibra can add it in.
Hopefully he can in the next 30 minutes. Me and Ryan were waxing lyrical about how good you both are.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, so close. That header at the back, as we've been talking about. We've been talking about how good you both are attacking, Levi. Have you been working on your defending this FIFA?
Yeah, of course. I think that's something that's better after the patch. Like, pressing is more rewarded, I think. And I think me and Tekkz are both players who like to press, so that's a good thing, I think.
Well, let's see who can press, who can find that winning goal in the next 8 minutes as we see. Oh, so close. The ball comes across the headers that we've been talking about so much. Ryan, it is interesting, the meta, how it can shift, how it can change with these different foot items that we are seeing, and how even within game, you might use different attributes of those players to your advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, especially could we see a goal here, Mbappe tries to find the extra pass, almost found Ibra at the back post. But as you were saying, the meta changes a lot as the year goes by, just based on new things that players are able to find. The meta changes, and Ibra, as you can see at the back post there, was unable to get to him. But he's someone that I think, as I mentioned, will be seen throughout many squads now. Not just him, but those players like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got his Team of the Year card. Those type of players that have the stature in the box, that can leap over a defender. But then you're going to have to find ways to counter it as well. Similarly to in FIFA 19, a lot of players use centre-backs and right-back. Like Sergio Ramos had a card as well. Just players that have high jumping and that's relatively taller, but can offer something going forward as well in that right-back or left-back position.
Well, we do get into injury time right now. If it remains 2-2 after this final attack, it will go to extra time and possibly penalties as well. Can we see a winner though? Team Hullets Levi looking for that. No, it doesn't manage to get there. So it does go to extra time and penalties between Team Hullets Levi and FNATIC Tekkz here. Right, here we go then. It is extra time between FNATIC Tekkz and Team Hullets Levi. Ryan, what a matchup so far. 2-2, and arguably some of the best attacking players we've seen. But I've got to say, Ryan, the defensive skills of both of them, they've been top-notch.
Yeah, as Levi said, that they've been defending each other 1v1 in the box very, very well, not allowing the person to turn, to do any elasticals or any cancels in the box, just to try and snuff them out very early on before they can turn to have a shot at goal. But as we say, we've gone into extra time. I always find extra time to be very, very nerve-wracking, just because, again, you don't want to make that mistake to give away a goal or potentially mess up a chance that could have given you the lead. And of course, penalties as well is genuinely a very, very, well, in my opinion anyway, is very, very luck-based. So we'll see what happens in this game.
Well, we've seen it on the biggest of stages across the world. Players going head-to-head in extra time, it going to penalties as well. Could we see it today here on FIFA main event? Hopefully, we will see some drama between the two players right now. I mean, Ryan, we're giving them a bit of time to focus. We're giving them, a bit of time to compose themselves and settle themselves as well. I mean, really, they've only got a short amount of time to do something special in extra time, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. As you said, that the time seems to go a lot faster, and obviously it goes without saying you don't have that long to build up an attack. So a lot of players, they tend to keep the ball just for the last attack, to try and build up and make sure that if they do lose possession, the opposition doesn't have enough time to counter-attack and get a goal. But again, I think both of these players are going to have to rely on Ibra potentially getting them out of danger, as R9 was just onside there, but Van der Sar managed to come and close the angle to stop Levi taking the lead in extra time.
Great goalkeeping right there. It is FNATIC Tekkz who is on the attack, picks up that ball. Can he find some space, puts it across to Vinicius Jr. Oh, but great defending once again. These players showing some outstanding skills at the back right now as we go in and we prepare for the second half of extra time. Both of them looking very, very chilled. Levi, I'll come to you. You look nice and relaxed. Are you not nervous?
No, I'm not nervous for this game, and it's a game of fun, you know. Nothing to lose.
I mean, pride is at stake. Tekkz, you don't want Levi beating you, do you?
In the tournament, not really. Right now, it wouldn't.
This is FIFA main event. This is bigger than some of the world tournaments, all right? I'm saying it. I want you guys playing for pride, showing that passion right now. 109 minutes gone on the clock, 11 in-game minutes to go before possibly going to penalties. Team Hullets Levi taking on FNATIC Tekkz. FIFA main event. Will we see a winner? Tekkz is pushing for it in that second half, and he manages to find it. Whoa! Wow, what a finish that was. We're starting the game. They're not giving it any time at all. Ryan, talk us through that goal.
Yeah, that was a fantastic ball over the top. You saw him trigger De Bruyne from before. It was just whether or not he was going to play it or whether or not he was going to be onside. And of course, it was just about onside. A volley timed green to perfection to give Tekkz the 3-2 lead and complete the turnaround so far. But De Bruyne down the other end almost brought the game back for Levi. There's still an opportunity for him to score.
So close. He's looking for that equaliser. It's a different position for Levi, who got that early lead. And then it was FNATIC Tekkz who managed to pull it back 2-2, but has now taken the lead. Can he find another one? Ruud Gullit has found that space, puts it across. Great defending right there, snuffing out the attack by Levi as he searches for that equaliser going into last attack territory. Great defending by Tekkz right there, but Levi does manage to find that ball as we get into the 120th minute. It's now or never. And it might be never as Tekkz wins the ball back with Ibrahimovic. He puts it across. Can he find one more pass? He does.
No.
He
What are
finds
you trying to
Ronaldo.
do to me,
Oh.
man?
Hey,
What a guy.
Oh, and it is FNATIC Tekkz who manages to pull it back, get the win here on FIFA main event, winning the series 3-2. What an incredible performance. What a matchup between those two. Ryan, we talked about the incredible attacking skills from both of them, but it was the defense that won it. Ultimately, overall, Tekkz stopping Levy's attacks, and then he goes up the other end and he scores.
Yeah, as you say, both of these players defended it very, very well, especially in and around the area. And of course, Tekkz completed the comeback with that ball into De Bruyne with the volley. Green timed as well to arrow it into the top of the net to give him the win over Team Hullit's Levy.
As always, some incredible FIFA 22 action between our competitors going head-to-head here on main event. But it was FNATIC Tekkz who does come out on top, winning 3-2 against Team Hullit's Levy. Thank you for watching the 8th episode of FIFA 22 main event. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you soon.